Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 19 of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. Hope you guys are doing well. In the last episode, we headed to Redcliffe Village, a place where I have no recollection of ever being. Not even sure if I ever made it here or anything like that, but we went to seek out Arl Eamon, and we're kind of just exploring the place and getting to know some of the characters and such in town, because we're going to have to make some decisions on how to manage the town, especially its defenses. So we have to get out of the tavern. We're not here to drink, we're here to defend the town. Let's go and turn it up a bit. Let's see. Who's next to talk to? I thought they were up here, but apparently that is not the case. Perch. Night perch or something. I'm not sure how to get those up there. Find out, though. We'll find a way, maybe. I guess perch was perched up here. What is that? Oh, a fish. Interesting. What's this? House. I mean, yeah, we'll check it out. Journal Garrison. Chest and a bookshelf. We'll get to that.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Oh, I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Awesome. You won't need this book then, which is Ballad of Aisley, or this chest in your home, which is a nice chest.
As you
Allow
say.
me. I could do that for you.
Oh, you really can't, though. It's insufficient for me. It is going to be insufficient for you. Dang, we got to return here, though. For sure, and grab that. Let's go ahead and read the ballad that he had. Oh, wait. Journal Garrison, Patter Gritch. Now we need to go to Denerim. That's going to be a while. Oh, Ballad of Aisley. The wind that stirs their shallow graves carries their song across the sands. Heed our words, hear our cry, the grey are sworn, in peace we lie. Heed our words, hear our cry, our names recalled, we cannot die. When darkness comes and swallows light, heed our words and we shall rise. From the Ballad of Aisley, said to have been written after the Battle of Aisley, which ended the Fourth Blight 520 exalted. Pretty neat. Let's take a look at this village, by the way. Very beautiful. Look at the castles up there. Lots to love here in this game. Oh. Caught on the corner.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Okay. There's a landmark tree. Let's go get this wooden crate.
Word from the castle?
Yes, yes, very lovely. Let us soak in the vista before the massacre begins.
As though there is naught in there but death. Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Scale armor. Yeah, very beautiful. Some ships out. They really did all they could with this one. Knights.
We're glad that you are here helping us. Perhaps you will make a difference.
Surely the Chantry can do something against this foul evil. We have prayed and prayed, but it seems only death awaits us.
The king is dead, and the land in civil war, and here Al-Eamon lies ill or even dead. What bad omens.
Andraste's Grace. A small white wildflower commonly known as Andraste's Grace. I don't remember getting that before, but here's Sir Perth. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Call me Matthew, if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Al-Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
You mentioned something about an urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Jarl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Want to discuss something else?
As you wish.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdock, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Wait,
Ask me whatever you wish.
can I get supplies?
I'm not sure. Murdock mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked up, but there may be items of use still within. I do not know.
What about the tavern?
A fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more. As you wish.
What is your status?
Although we are far better equipped than Murdock and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Alright, quest updated. We'll go ahead and... Oh wait, have we been in here? Windmill. There's a crate.
It has begun.
Health poultice and a love letter. A note between wealthy paramours. Correspondence interruptus. Let's go ahead and read that while we're in here. Correspondence of Interruptus, a collection of embarrassing personal communication between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. You are filthy, a beast, such depravity I've never been forced to suffer. How words are so laden when they leave your lips is beyond decent imagining. Madam, I love you, Sir Algold. Okay, no use going back up that way. Let's head to the Chantry and get this blessing. And the Chantry would be... where exactly? Tavern's up there. Oh, look at this little sneaky pot. Sneaky spot.
It shall be done.
Elf root.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I really hope one of us... well, I'm not going to level up again probably, but I hope she levels up soon while we're here. So we can grab these insufficient skill chests. But what are you going to do? Time to head back down, which is this way. To some sort of chantry. There's Berwick. Chest behind Owens. Is that insufficient skill too? No, that's scale something or other. Yeah, we'll grab that. Let's go ahead and talk to Owen.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
I haven't taken anything at all. Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Matthew, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get shotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
So the smithy is closed?
Look around. The militia took everything they could use. I could start up the forge again, but I won't, since Murdock won't listen to me.
Are you sure you won't help me out?
If you mean you want me to smith something for you, then no. But feel free to take whatever's left. Don't suppose it matters much anymore.
The militia needs your help desperately. Why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Or you, I will rescue, or you could work to help save her.
I'm I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdock said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want to promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
And I suppose there's no point in me sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdock will be pleased. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Okay, quest upgraded. Dated Morgan disapproves. Can I...
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
What do you know about what's going on?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Arlessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things, but maybe the Arlessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
What do you know about the Arlessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
You think the Arlessa made Arl Eamon sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe. If she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did at that.
What else did your daughter say?
She thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
Have you told anyone about this?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay. Got some basics. Soldier's helm. Okay, let's get rid of scale boots for 24, the scale armor for 75. We have 3 gold. Sorry guys, I have like something stuck in my throat here. It's bothering me. Scale armor, gray iron, scale armor, steel. Enemy gold helmet. Okay. That should suffice. Crate. We'll grab that on our way out. Maybe.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdock could get his hands on it. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Axe, dagger, leather gloves. Okay. You know, I'm probably just gonna leave this stuff, really. Or, take it all. Sell it back to him, maybe. Blacksmith store.
As you say.
Maybe we can give it to Murdock or something.
I hear you got the tavern serving the militia free ale now. While I don't favor my men being drunk come sundown, I suppose it helps morale to have their minds taken off what's to come. You have my thanks. Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
No, wait. I'd like to talk about Dwyn.
Yes? What do you do now?
Tell me about Dwyn.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on then.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Good, but I'm not done. I want to go... Whose place is this? Caitlin's home.
It is.
Caitlin has a book.
I shall do it.
Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Second floor. There's a chest. Key required. And a bookshelf. New Codex Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous. Well, we might as well read them. We're here. Find Valena, find Bevan. Get Dwyn to help. Seek out divine protection. Whoops. Books and songs. Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Tyrnirs that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Ferranin, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Ferranin and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Arl Mirden was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Ferranin's own lord, a young fool of an earl named Tenedor, no older than Galahad, was besieged by Mirden's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Mirden called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honor. Much to Tenedor and Sir Ferranin's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Arl Mirden. When asked by the Arl why he was here, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Mirden and his allies by saying that he was. Mirden offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Mirden had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honor. Mirden's allies laughed at that, and Mirden himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Ferranin were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Arl Mirden. In front of all of Mirden's allies, Calenhad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now, if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honor bade him to, for he had nothing else. You are not a man known for your honor, Calenhad said, but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honor, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together. And with that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. I am humbled by your words. Arl Mirden told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Mirden pledged allegiance to Calenhad, whom he had named Tyrn, and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From the Legend of Calenhad by Brother Heron, Chantry Scribe 840 blessed. That is freaking cool. Wow. And cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realized he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. Reminded him of a previous life so long ago when he was happy, running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would see in his life, a shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him, the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment, he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. Felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. From Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Gilherm, 794 Storm. Yet again, more awesome and cool lore and stuff. This is Caitlin's house. She likes reading, obviously. Then we come down here. Got a few houses. Well, let's just start with this one while we're here. This would be General Store. It's closed up, but there's some goods in here. Got a note on the floor. Tattered shopping list. A barrel. There's lamp oil in these barrels.
It has begun.
And
Allow me.
dang.
I could do that for you.
Let's go ahead and read the journal. Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for Grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge, Orlesian. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. A note on crumpled paper. Okay, let's, is that the way we came in? No. It is. Okay, seemed weird. Then we have Twin's home. We can talk to Twin. Door's locked and it looks as if it has been recently repaired. Knock on the door. There's no response. Hello? No one answers your call. Pick the lock on the door. You fail to pick the lock. It's now hopelessly jammed. Break open the lock.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I apologize. I didn't mean any harm.
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out.
What are you doing shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping defend the village.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Murdock says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You're recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdock. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Your chances are better out there than in here. Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
I'll put in a good word for you with Ban Tegan or the Arl.
You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Cool. Got Twin. Anything in your house, Twin? You do have supplies. Oh. I can't open this chest? Huh. Definitely have supplies and, place to sleep for you, at least. Oh, I guess your men are sleeping on the floor. And on those bedrolls. See, even the small things in this game make sense. Which is the sign of a lot of effort put into the game. Okay, so from here, I guess we would Deathroot. Oh, I guess we would head back here. Barrel. Lake Callan had no swimming. Deep mushroom, better press F5. Go get this wooden crate. Oh, are we at the docks of Lake Callanhead?
It has begun.
We can't be. Frozen lightning. Small bonus to electric resistance. We can't be, I don't see the mage's tower anywhere. Well, what is this? New Codex. Legends of Lake Callanhead. More interesting stuff. Lake Callanhead. The waters of Lake Callanhead are steeped in legends. The Avar people say it was once the site of Belenos, the mountain which stood in the center of the world, from which Korth the Mountain Father surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belenos was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Callanhead were blessed by Razakael, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This is why they built a great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Callanhead, which gives the place its name. It is said that Callanhead Theron spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cupful of water from the lake and carried it to the four Mari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of the male armor the circle gave to Callanhead. In that armor made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. From Thetis, Myths and Legends by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Awesome. There's more here. We've got Dwin's help, but where's the Chantry? That's what I don't understand. Is there any... Oh, have we been in here? Was that Twins? Yeah. Okay, so I guess we go through here. Cross here, maybe to the Chantry.
All right, I've come up with one. A question that you can't answer.
Are you talking to me?
That's right. You think you're so smart. I've got an academic question that I bet you won't be able to answer.
Oh, I doubt that.
So tell me then, what was the name of Andraste's husband?
This is a religious question, not an academic one.
You're joking, right? A 5-year-old could answer that question. Do you not know more than a child?
I care nothing for your religion, and this game of yours is over.
Oh, how the mighty have crumbled.
Where would the chantry be? Twins there, thug. That's Owens.
I don't like being out here, Dwin. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
Oh.
And well he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Well, we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
I can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
These humans don't know the hilt of a sword from the pointy end. This ought to be interesting.
You got us out here, didn't you? We were probably safer where we were.
If I had my way, I'd be halfway to Denerim by now.
Let's go in the chantry. Caitlin?
Have you found any sign of Bevan?
Not yet.
No, I don't suppose you have.
Pile of books and Mother Van Tegan?
I hear both Murdock and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
Let's see what I can do.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Seek a blessing.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Where's my father? Nobody will tell me. I want my father.
Why haven't Mother and Father returned yet?
They're gone, dear boy. Gone on a long trip.
When will they be back? I miss them.
Be brave, young man. Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
There's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
It is not right. The Arl is dead. The king is dead. We are doomed.
I don't like being in here when the monsters come. Everybody gets really scared.
Maker bless you for helping us, futile though it may be.
Founding of the chantry. We've got to level up for Morgan.
Why do we have to stay in here? I want to go home.
We'll go ahead and read that in a second.
You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
Cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Persuade, but if they think it helps them.
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Wait, can I get your blessing, though?
What is it you need, child?
Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I would like your blessing, Mother.
Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Awesome. Liliana was kneeling and stuff. That was cool. Okay, Irenia.
Good day.
Oh shoot, she has steel. I forgot about that. Yeah, that'd be a really bad time to steal, though. I would not feel right. Video game or not, it just... I mean, it's bad enough. Well, we were testing steel last time at the chantry. Not really doing it seriously. I would maybe steal from Dwyn or a thug or something. Alright, time to go report to Sir Perth. And then it's almost go time. Pretty much go time.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah has some holy amulets. Would these do?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
You think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdock, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Liliana's not going to approve. Morgan approves. Morgan's like, yes, lie to them. I enjoy that. I enjoy lies and general mischief. But I mean, there is something to believing you're protected. It's not going to hurt. Liliana doesn't approve. Sorry, Liliana. Sometimes you gotta break an egg to make an omelet. But I want to come in here. F5, Liliana. I wish she'd level up already, if you would. Go ahead and steal from a thug. Receive 4 silvers. Ooh, son. We shouldn't be doing this, but these thugs were kind of rude anyway. Steal from that thug. Items received. What items? Lesser health poultice? That'd be nice. Frozen lightning, death root, elf root, deep mushroom, axe, dagger. Yeah, that stuff is already. Andraste's grace. Ugly boots. Many insects died to make these iridescent boots. What a waste. Why would I give them to Leliana? If I want someone to not like me? Morgan, stick, the Alistair doll. Oh, use. Can amuse herself by inflicting pain or whatever on the Alistair doll. Let's see what happens when she uses that. Oh, dang, we have head trauma and stuff. Dang. Alright, use it. What does it do? I see. Small carved statuette. Probably give it to Leliana.
Why, thank you so much.
+1. Not really her type of thing. Alistair. Complete genealogy of the kings of Ferelden. You know what? He would be the type to like a stick. If I give him this and he's like, for me, are you serious? It's going to be a Grey Warden hand puppet. Alistair can play with this puppet and its accompanying toy horse. Oh, this is for Moogie, right. Throw the stick for Moogie to retrieve. Complete genealogy.
Great. Super. Thanks.
Yeah, not good. Kind of thought of that a little bit anyway. But, did Leliana steal? Yeah, probably maybe could steal from Dwin too, but he's helping us, so I'd feel worse. So are the thugs too, though, but what are you gonna do? Let's have her play it. Cool, man. Little touches like that go such a long way. Golden Scythe. Battlefield spirit maintains a chill even in direct sunlight, which it appears to absorb. Would Morrigan like that?
Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit. You would think Leliana would like the Chant of Light, but no. Ugly boots, stick, fat loot. No. Alistair. Oh, I can't do people in the camp. Let's see what happens if we give her the ugly boots. I am curious.
That's lovely, I suppose.
Minus a lot. Alright, so let's, should I steal from Dwin? Berwick, Murdock. I guess we report to Murdock after we do Morgan's level up. Let's see. She gets a specialization. She can go into Shapeshifter, Spirit Healer, Arcane Warrior, or Blood Mage. Attributes. Let's see what Shapeshifter. Bonus +2 con, +1 armor. Rumors speak of barbarians that hold secrets of transforming the body into the form of animals. The Circle of Magi denies such rumors, but this rare art survives in the forgotten corners of Thedas. Mastery of their bodies allows shapeshifters some protection even in human form, making them durable opponents and staunch allies. Okay. You know, we can get a point of constitution, a point of dex, and a point of strength. Oh, she doesn't have a specialization point. She just is a spell shifter or a shapeshifter. Okay, we can get bear shape. Shapeshifter can change into a bear, gaining large bonuses to nature resist and armor, as well as the bear's slam and rage abilities. The caster's spell power further enhances the bear's statistics and abilities. With Master Shapeshifter, this form transforms the caster into a powerful Bearascarn and gains the Overwhelm ability. She can get Arcane Bolt, Flame Blast, Rock Armor, Shock, Heal, Heroic Offense, Glyph of Paralysis, Spell Wisp, Spell Shield, Mana Drain, Walking Bomb. She has Mind Blast. Go to Force Field. The caster erects a telekinetic barrier around a target who becomes completely immune to damage for the duration of the spell but cannot move. She's good at Entropy, Weakness, Affliction, Hex, Death Magic, Sustained. While active, the caster draws in nearby entropic energy, draining residual life force from any dead enemy nearby to heal the caster. That's cool. Death Cloud, Curse of Mortality, Sleep. I'm actually going to go Bear Shape. But what I want to know is upkeep 50, fatigue 5%, upkeep 60, sustained. What kind of power is she going to have with that? Instead of getting a point of Dex, let's get a point of Magic. And let's get Bear Shape. Okay. I still have some points to spend, but I think this probably does it for this episode. 52 minutes, yeah. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy. Let me do one last thing here, and that's talk to Murdock.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. My men are getting free drinks at the tavern. I suppose it's better to drown your fears rather than go mad waiting for certain death. I'm tempted to have a few ales myself. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I have some questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Why have you been stationed here?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the Chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
Tell me what's happened here?
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Ban Tegan was here.
Do you know anything about Arl Eamon's illness?
No. I know the Arlessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, speak to Owen. He may not have much in stock yet, though.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things?
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Okay, carry on then.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
I don't know where I would station myself or the party, but we'll think about it and come back next time. So yeah, as I said, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed and are enjoying the LP. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. And next time, it all goes down in Redcliffe Village. So long.